cut out a bit of wire mesh to go behind the hole, just so we haven't got that gap there. So I'm just going to cut that out, just using a pair of tin snips. Here's to attach the wire mesh to the top of the case here. I'm going to use some liquid nails. Now just going to let that dry. I've decided to go for the wire mesh I purchased from PC Case Gear, which is a more dense mesh, but there's still plenty of ventilation there, so we're going to have no problems with airflow going through there. What I need to do now that it's all spray painted, it's the right colour, it looks great, I now have to attach it to it. I'm going to use liquid nails again to attach this to the base of it. One of the main reasons I'm using liquid nails rather than actually using some pop rivets around the edge, in previous case mods that I've done, I've noticed that I've got some sort of vibration or some vibration from the mesh up against the steel plating here, or the side panel here. So by using liquid nails, it's actually providing some sort of insulation between the two metals as well. So we're not going to get anywhere near as many vibrations. Hopefully, anyway, that's the whole idea behind it. Plus, it's nice and easy to use, and it's going to keep it there forever. Basically, once you stick it down with liquid nails, it's never going to come off again. And what we've got happening over here is we've got an indentation. We've got the indentation here from the side panel. I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm actually going to cut out around the edge there, so basically it will sit flusher to the actual case. So I've finished the side panel completely. It's all nice and secure. The grill which I've used is the AC Ryan stuff I purchased from PC Case Gear online. It wasn't that expensive. But the liquid nails which I used has done a great job of securing it. I got a blade out and I just cleaned up the excess glue or silicone from the sides there, so it just makes it a little bit neater. So that's the side panel completely finished now. Now also the top grill which I made up there is also nice and firm now. It's been about 24 hours since I've actually stuck that on there yesterday, which I filmed as well. What we're going to do now is attach the grill, the actual Batman logo grill, and the actual fan. I've got a Cooler Master. It says orange, but it kind of looks a yellowy colour, so I think it might look nice behind the grill there. So first thing we need to do is make our holes large enough for our screws for the fan there. So we're going to get a drill out, which I've got over here. Now because I'm drilling into a type of mesh, steel mesh that's got its own holes, I'm going to be careful to make sure they go in the right spot. They're fairly well centered, but might have to put a little bit of force into it. A nice sharp drill bit, just to make sure I don't have any problems. Also, make sure you're doing this on an old table. You don't want to be destroying your dining room table or anything like that by putting a drill hole through it. So this LED fan we're installing comes with a little extender which allows me to convert the little 3-pin adapter which you plug into your motherboard directly into the power supply, which I'll most likely be using. It also comes with 4 black screws which matches perfectly for the case here. Now also when you're installing the fan, you need to make sure you get the fan on the right way. We want the air, this to be a blowhole, not a suck hole, so we want the air blowing up and out. So we'll be installing it that way, not that way. Okay, so it'll be going directly underneath there. If you're unsure which way your fans need to go, plug them into a motherboard and test it out. So let's install it. Again, make sure we've got the fan the right way. Just hold it up and screw it in the rest of the way. Right, so we've got the grill installed there on the top panel. All 4 screws are in. If we flip it over the other side, you can see the fan is nice and secure. we've got our cable there. We'll just leave it wrapped around there. It's fairly neat. This area is never going to be seen by the human eye, so I don't even bother trying to clean it up. If you're a perfectionist, you could probably go out and do that, but I'm not really too concerned about it. I'm more concerned about showing you guys how to make a blowhole. So the fan is going to blow air coming from the inside of the case, which is rising out the top of the case. It's nice and secure, no fingers can get in there, nothing can fall into the fan, damaging anything like that. These fancy grills look really good, but they're not really practical most of the time. As you can see, you can probably get your finger right past there if you need to install that extra bit of grill. So next stage is to pop rivet the lid back onto the actual case. So we've got our lid out, which I've plugged the other extender cable because it's easier to plug in while it's actually off the case. We just need to make sure we get it around the right way. Make sure all our holes are lining up around the case. Luckily for me they do, makes it nice and easy. Okay, so if you don't know what a pop rivet is, this is the actual rivet itself. It's just a little metal shaft with a little doobie whacker on the end, I suppose we'll call it. It's not a replacement lightsaber for your Star Wars figures, it's actually a rivet. This is a pop rivet gun, so what you need to do is make sure first of all you've got the right size hole installed on the end of your tool there. You pop the pop rivet in the actual tool like so, and when you squeeze the trigger, what happens is a ball here on the end gets pulled in. And we'll give it 2 pulls. And what it actually does is expand the end of it, therefore sealing it into the case, or sealing it into the hole. So there we have it, the bat, I'll call it I think, with our nice bat logo on the side and a blowhole on the top, which you can see there. One of the main reasons you need to add extra ventilation or a blowhole to the top of your case is to increase stability of your computer, especially with the higher-end video cards. They do produce a lot of heat these days. So extra ventilation on the top of the case will definitely help keep the PC a lot cooler, especially during the hotter months. You can do this type of mod, adding a blowhole to the top or the side to any old PC case that you've got. Don't be reliant on purchasing a case that's fully modded for you. Get creative.